Yeah. What up, thou? We live, back in action. You know what I'm saying? I'm swinging and swanging in the old school today, man. How you feeling, Wham?
You already know, bro. DJ Bigboss, Wham OG, Trot Wham, DJ Bigboss, man. You know what it is, bro. I'm feeling great, feeling good, feeling great, bro. Feeling blessed, man. Feeling blessed, bro.
As you
What's happening?
should, my brother. As you should. As you should, man. Lot going on in sports right now. We got NHL coming into its playoffs. We got
Man,
the NBA sliding into its thing. We got the XFL jumping out of nowhere. Becoming a little more exciting for a lot of cappers. And
yep,
we got college basketball coming to the tip right now. Conference play is big time right now, and
wide open.
just exciting side. And we got the ponies coming along pretty soon too with the Kentucky Derby, some of those
Shout out to
pre-qualifier
Ragu.
races and stuff. But yeah,
As
it's
you
coming
said that,
around.
as you said that, Ragu said, "What up, though?" Right when you said the ponies. Shout out to Ragu. You already know what it is. Hey, man, we feeling good though, bro. You talking that talk? It's March Madness in a couple of days. What, 2 days from now? It's about to
Man,
get live, brother. You know, like you said, college basketball is starting to cook up. Y'all about to see a little bit more college plays. I've been trying to duck off, pick my spot solo. I think we might got some teams that we want to be riding with. So I think there are a lot of people y'all already know. So we ain't got to go into that today. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. Like you said, the NBA off of All Star Week. We got a little bit. This is the best time in the NBA, bro. You get to see who's the halves and who's the half nots. We know where the half nots are, bro. It's the same get
exactly.
down teams. You know what I'm saying? Was the Knicks every year? Was Detroit this year? They got a lot of G League players they picked up. Man, it's really good. But one of those half not teams that you would look into today would have been Charlotte, bro. They were like plus 14 and a half underdogs. They winning by 5 outright right now, bro. It's third quarter, bro. That's one of
Woo!
those low key little get downs right there, you know.
Now
Okay.
I know you know me,
Mm.
man. I dibble and dabble in the NBA here and there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I'm in a lot of chats with you guys, and you guys has just been lighting it up, man. Um, just we've been blacked out for a minute. I was locked in. You know what I'm saying? But we back in action. But while I was gone. You went on some nice runs, Wham. Tell them about the runs you went. Some of those Wham talks. And
Man.
then, also I want to touch on the Lakers. I want to touch on Zion and the Pelicans. That's just the stuff I
Oh yeah.
see going
Oh yeah,
on
we're
in the
gonna bring
league,
that. We're
and
gonna talk
also
about that.
a little bit of Houston over there, man. Houston is kicking up a
James
little
Harden
duds here and
today.
there.
James Harden today
Yeah,
coming out
James
talking
Harden
shit about
today.
Giannis.
And
He
and
trying to
we
get his
can't
little
forget
clock
about
back.
exactly. We can't forget about
Yeah.
Giannis.
Can't forget
Giannis over
about
there
that.
doing
Yeah.
his thing, man. I seen somebody
Yeah.
made a comment on Twitter that said, if you don't think Giannis is, top notch, then you're not even watching sports right.
Straight
And I
up.
mean, come on, the guy
Or
is
has
just
skills.
huge.
Yeah, he has skills. If you don't think Giannis
Yeah,
has skills, don't talk about him. Yeah, don't bring that up if you don't think he has skills. But hey, boss, about the XFL, bro. I see you out there, brother. I see you out there. Come on. Oh, boss, you froze right now. I think boss froze up. What's up with
I
that?
was just, I'm back at it. I was
Okay,
just,
cool.
I was really doing my thing when I was taking a little break, and I dug deep in XFL, and I went like 4-2 coming out. The gate. Last week
Four and two.
won last
Ooh.
week, but I loaded up big on the defenders. Defenders is my team. DC Defenders
Right.
in the XFL. That's my squad right there. I like the way they put the team together on that
Yeah.
one right there. But you know, we can take a dive in the XFL if y'all ready to go in XFL. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all want some of my XFL breakdowns. I've been doing XFL for a little while. We could travel over to the
We could jump
XFL.com
on that.
site. Now I'm
But
gonna tell you,
but
go for it.
I was gonna say I like how you brought up that you already have a team, the DC Defenders. That's what you
Hmm.
said. Those your teams.
I like
How you
DC
choose
defenders.
up so fast, bro? Waiting to see somebody
I'm
win the
gonna tell you.
championship first, player.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Cherry
Because
pick one time, bro. Cherry pick.
I'm gonna tell you because in looking at the XFL when I took a deep dive in it, and you can really only find a lot of information on the XFL.com site. So you go to XFL.com, you can get the backstory on a lot of these teams. So from looking at XFL abroad at the beginning, my concept of what I gathered was each team definitely had a salary cap, and you can look at the players and in the team, the coaches, and all that, and you kind of tell where each team spent their money. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So if you take a team like the Dallas Renegades with Stoops over there, who's the most high profile coach,
Balling.
and he spent a lot of his money in coaching because a lot of
Right,
his
right.
other coaches that coach with him in different areas of his coaching career, they also are on the offensive coordinator, stuff like that. They in the staff too, so they spent a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of money on staff, which left them a little less money to spend on players. And then when you think about Stoops, his type of strategy, he needs certain kind of players in certain areas to be as explosive as he was back in Oklahoma. But and that's why
Yeah.
they've struggled to the point that they got. But they got it going a little bit. We going in a week 4.
Right.
Small
And they got to learn
simplify.
all these new rules and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that you got to learn. I still haven't like watched a full XFL game through and through because we gotta. That's a lot of basketball to watch, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I'm
I
trying to
feel
catch
you.
in on March Madness and NBA and trying to figure out the
Yeah,
XFL.
I feel
I'm
you.
gonna take a pass on the XFL, y'all. Y'all ain't seeing no
Hey,
XFL
I'm
action
not.
from me.
I'm not mad at you, man.
Yeah, I'm passing on that shit.
I got so scared from NBA from all the mess ups I did last year. I just been playing NBA mostly on Fridays and here and there when you guys are on some
You
hot
do
picks
it.
and stuff, those
That's
Laker
how you do
games and
it.
stuff. But I'm excited to have XFL actually be as solid as it is this time.
Right,
I'm a college, connoisseur anyhow, not the NFL. So being a college connoisseur, it's kind of like just a small step above college. Those who may have barely touched the NBA and came back or didn't quite make it there, and they play as such. They make good plays, they
right,
make bad plays, so forth and so on. Now, I was listening to a podcast earlier this week, and people that are in the NFL, I believe NFL and college is like two separate games. NFL kind of
oh yeah,
relies on the big players and the big plays and how much they
right.
pay these people to do this,
And the coaches
and the
a
coaches as
lot
well. Oh,
more,
always,
a lot
always. Every,
more
every
than
sport, the
college. Yeah,
coaches matter, right? But
but for sure in the NFL. Yeah,
yeah, but
go ahead.
but so a lot of people think that XFL should invest more into the quarterback situations because some of these teams got two quarterbacks. Some of these teams in XFL only have one tight end or no tight end, or some of them have two. So if you go down and break down the players that's on the team, right, and you break down what schools they came from, that's the reason why I didn't too much like our LA team is because it was
Right.
not that many LA athletes that were on that team. It's so many
Oh, they not gonna
athletes.
do that though. Not in the first season.
Yeah, so many athletes at USC. But I mean, when you go to other teams, when you go to DC, when you go to Tampa Bay, they got teams from Florida. They got,
A lot
they,
of,
you know
but
what
you
I'm
know how
saying?
Florida, those are basketball and football out here. It is something in college. The fact that they're even trying to break out of the NFL. That's why they have two teams out here for they could gain that more NFL town for the for LA, bro. LA is mostly like a basketball town, to be honest with you. Like we play a lot of more hoop out here than they do actually football. And the reason why, because once you get out of that out of that bracket, you don't see teams or see players go to they LA teams and shit like that. So LA just got back out here, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a while for it to become like a more of a football town like
Yeah.
all those other states out there like Texas and stuff like that. It's gonna take a long time for California to get that.
Well,
But I was
I
gonna
tell
go
you,
into like all these cheap people in the chat, bro. You see all these people in the chat, bro. We can't neglect our people in the chat, bro.
go
I
ahead,
see
roll
first
call on
person
them,
up here. I see
Well,
Dear Slayer Ski up in here. I see Verge Girl, my man Big Ragu, Joe Anik, Joe Lacari, Reese. We got DX Filer. We got my man Reese up in here. We got Don Ricci. You know what I mean? Boston Nick MMA. You already know. Teddy B up in here, which is gonna be a special guest for y'all today. Teddy B, what's happening with you, bro? What's good with y'all? And Josh Point oh, we already know what it is. But hey, I was gonna go into this. I'm sorry, bro. You said something about the Lakers earlier, bro. Now I ain't gonna put our business out there in the streets like that, but I did want to bring this up. Me, boss, I'm pretty sure we said this on plenty of occasions as well, on plenty of shows prior, but we got to bet with DJ Big Boss. If the Lakers win the championship, it's lobster time. Boss is gonna come through some festivities. We're gonna make it happen. And what DJ Big Boss has been doing, he's been actually hedging out his bet throughout the season. I think you got way more than enough money on that Lakers first quarter, bro. Lobsters, bro. You done hit that shit so many times. So, hey, man, speak on that, brother. How
Hey,
you feel about this bet?
every
Like,
time
how
I
you
see
feel about
the
that?
every time I see the lobsters on sale at the store, I figure, hey, am I gonna invest in this today just in case? So I'm letting y'all lead y'all way to the lobster because y'all already got the martini glasses with the mashed potatoes, with the shrimp and the mashed potatoes and
Right.
all that little fancy stuff coming.
Woo,
If
woo.
y'all can get there though, let's not forget
Right,
that.
right,
If y'all
right.
can get there,
That's
but
all in your pocket if it ain't. Yeah.
it's just like my bets with Notre Dame and my teams. Sometimes I have to go on the other side. It's a fan bet. It's a fan bet right there. I'm not the biggest Laker fan, and
Right.
I might as well ride with y'all and win some money than to go against. Because I went against in the Kobe era back in the day, and that cost me greatly. And I even went against in the Shaq days, and that cost me greatly too. So, you know,
That's all bad.
now like they say, old school me can't win against them, join them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there
Right.
to
Hey.
grab some of the money, and hopefully y'all trip up at the end, and I just get to run away with the money.
Hey, bro, if it work out like that, then hey, so be it, my G. So be it. I don't have no Laker futures at this point because who knows? It could be a lot of injuries and shit. It's just like waiting for NBA game nowadays. You gotta wait till the last second before a probable guy becomes out and all that craziness. So you know what it is. But at the same time, bro, lobster. Hey, Big Ragu said, hedge the lobster with shrimp. That is not a good hedge right there, Big Ragu. We trying to eat lobster, man. Come on, we ain't trying to eat no shrimp. We trying to eat lobster, Big Ragu. Hey, but I want to go in and talk about this NBA game. I know they're probably like, man, Wham, you didn't do a Wham talk this week. What the fuck is going on? I gave y'all out a splitter yesterday, man. I fucking split the games yesterday. Talk about the recap I had, bro. I had OKC, you know, first half, they got smashed up bad, bro. By the Kings. And while we talking about NBA, let's bring in our guy, my man, Teddy B.
Teddy
What's happening with you, Teddy B? What's good
B,
with you,
what's
bro,
up,
bro?
Teddy B?
What's going on, guys? Man, it's been a long time since I've been on a show with you
Right,
guys, man.
Man, you
man.
you came in with the Laker hat right around Laker talk.
As you
That was
should.
that was
Right?
As you should.
that was perfect timing for you, Teddy.
Of course, man. Even though they're not
Hey,
playing, man, always got a rep.
That's what's up, man. So what you been up to lately, man? I follow you on Twitter. I see the plays. I catch you live on Periscope on Twitter sometimes. Let the people know, what does Teddy B got going on in 2020 right now, and
that's right.
what you gonna have going on for going into baseball,
We're gonna
football.
win a championship. That's what's going
Let
on,
them know
boss.
how you rolling, Teddy.
Yeah, guys. No, I've been trying to get on as much as I can. I'm focused. I have a job outside of capping. Yes, I do have a real job, so I've been kind of working on that. Mainly focused on that. That's why I haven't been on really lately. But I still get in when I find edges here and there. I've been trying to cap the NBA. Like I said, now that we're no longer in the football season anymore, just dedication to football, basketball, and the NBA and college basketball. So I've been hanging around, man. Twitter here and there. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be finally back on the show, man. It feels like forever since I've been on a live stream, man.
Oh man, well we need you over here, man, to come hang out
That's
with us
right.
sometime. Give us some insight, man. We're gonna be getting into some other stuff later on in the year, betting strategies, trends, angles, hot topics, all that stuff. So you always welcome, to come over here and hang out with us, have some fun, get some input, give out some picks or whatever. You on any picks today?
Yeah, man. I was on Kent State in the first half, money line, man. They were up for a little bit, and then they gave it up to Ohio. A half unit there, but I'm on some big plays tonight. So when we get to the NBA, we'll go over those.
Oh, we in the NBA right now. We were just going
Yeah,
into
we could
it.
just
Wham,
dive right in it. I was just gonna talk about this only game that's left right here. It's Denver Clippers. Last 5 games, Denver been playing a little bit better offensively, kicking in right in the gear. Got they good players coming back. Porter Jr. He looking like a real good player if they
Yep.
unleash him. They ain't gonna unleash him, I don't think, though, in this game. I don't think they're gonna unleash him in this game, though, Teddy. I think the Clippers might come out and smack the fuck out of Denver tonight, even though historically Denver has owned this matchup. I just think that this is the Celtics team that everybody been talking about. The Lakers gonna have all these issues with. They got no choice, bro. They lose tonight. Lakers ain't got no problem beating Denver. They don't got no problem beating Denver. Even without LeBron, I don't think we have any problem beating Denver. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think this is the night the Clippers come through. They might be able to cover this 6.5 right here that I'm seeing at most of these places. If we get a 6 too, you know what I mean? If you get to buy a little bit extra, get a 6 or, get a minus 120 at the 6, I definitely would endorse that. So I'm looking at the Clippers here, possibly blowing them the fuck out, especially winning this by this 6 points. So I think that's gonna be my play right here. I didn't know what Teddy come in. We just sent Teddy the link, bro. I don't know what Teddy coming in with, but hopefully he's on the same path as me, bro. Even though historically, like I said, even though historically Denver has been covering through. So if you're on the other side, I kind of see it, but I like the Clippers here, bro. I'm trusting y'all, man. Bring it home, toenails.
Yeah, man, I agree completely with you. I'm on the Clippers first quarter, minus 2.5. I like him in the first half. I agree with you. I think the full game. I think this is one of those spots that it's a statement game for the Clippers. I think after Kawhi a couple games ago said, you know what, we're done messing around. I think this is where they're going to go on this big streak here. I think they're going to play great basketball till playoff time. As long as the guys play, as long as Paul George plays and Kawhi, I like them tonight. I think Denver's fool's gold. I think they're not they're a young, talented team, but when it gets to the postseason and with teams like the Lakers and Clippers, I don't think we match up pretty well. I think the Clippers. I agree with you on this. I don't know what DJ's got thinking, but I agree with the Clippers as the play.
My man. That's all I wanted to hear. 100 grand.
Oh, I went down early in the fire earlier today with Toronto, and they getting jumped on right now. So that's hey. But I'm looking at the card for tomorrow, and what looks very interesting, and it comes on at 6:30 tomorrow. Watch it. Houston at Boston. Boston -2. What y'all got on that?
Go Wham.
Oh, all right. So you said Houston at Boston. Boston -2. Jason Tatum, man, super duper. He could probably get most improved this year, to be honest with y'all, because he's like stepping into not just all-star range, into superstar range, because he's just being able to take over games from the beginning. If we be honest with you, he's been honestly taking over games from the beginning when they actually made that run with Kyrie was first year being out. A lot of that was Jason Tatum. It was a co-star in Jaylen Brown. Not that you got Jaylen Brown making a slight step, because I say he made a slight step compared to a big jump in Jason Tatum. No offense to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is a great player. It's just the fact that the skills that he's bringing to the table, you can tell he's working on his game. I'm tired of hearing all this motivation about Kobe and all that stuff. If anybody on in this league reminds me of Kobe, it is Jason Tatum, bro. And I'm just saying that just as a personal opinion there. That's nothing to do with like as far as everybody else's game. I like Jason Tatum here, but I don't think I don't think they should be laying points against this Houston team right now, bro. Houston is they playing real good. You feel me? You got Russell Westbrook probably playing the best he's probably ever been in the league. Even though he's playing similar, it's just that they have a lot more spacing. And I definitely agree there with a lot of the points that I see a lot of people make that he has a little bit more spacing now. They have all the shooters on the floor. They don't have no big man to clog up the paint for Russell Westbrook. He can get all the rebounds he want. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother get down. I don't want to step in front of Jason Tatum or Westbrook. This is one of those games I think they send out early, bro, and then they pick up the red phone at the end, bro. So I'm gonna leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave this one alone, bro.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I haven't got that far, DJ, to be honest with you, capping tomorrow's card. But if you had asked me to make a play here, I see that the Celtics are going to be at the TD Garden at home. I would probably lean over if the number's right. I think both teams are going to be able to score. I think the small teams give the Celtics like the biggest problems. The teams that can space out the 3-point shot, like the Bucks, teams like that seem to give the Celtics trouble. But I think I'd lean over. I think there'd be points in here as long as the number's right. Anything under 228, I think I'd probably lean over. And then I would also lean Celtics. But like you said, man, I think James Harden and Russ are on a mission too in the regular season. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's how I would lean Celtics as well. It's just that just because Jason Tatum is looking like he could possibly be better than them other two on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Right. No disrespect to them either. You feel me? But his skill set and the fact that he's able to defend as well kind of puts him at a different, better look. So I don't want to go against them, especially since they kind of have the same type of makeup and teams. You can't call that. That's why they gave it out so early, bro. They're trying to get so much action on there. Yeah. It's a lot of emotions riding on this game as well. So especially after the comments Harden made today. So I'm just gonna slide off of that one, but I definitely will lean Celtics with you, brother. And I like that overlook. That looked like a smart play. Man, Teddy B coming here with some fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come here with some fire. DJ Bigboss, he got the insight on the XFL, bro, because he all in tune with the Mountain West, where he does it the best. Half of them damn players, the damn XFL in the Mountain West and shit. But going into and the Big 12 and shit. But going to but boss, bro. I was gonna ask you a question, man, and it's about this, and it's about the Clippers thing, and I want to. I'm on the Clippers tonight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a Laker fan. I'm still a bona fide, I would say, a Clipper hater. You know what I mean? I got a homie at my job. Bro. He a big Clipper fan. He's a realist, though. You know what I'm saying? He's a realist. He know they ain't won shit. So when we talk about championships, he just go out like, man, y'all can talk about that all day. Let's talk about today. You know what I mean? So he's cool with it, right? I feel like, boss, you know the history behind LA. You know where the Clippers pretty much came from where they are now for where they are today. This
Sports
is the most
arena.
Yeah, this is exactly, bro. You know this is the most the Clippers probably ever done had as far as let's say just this new age term clout. They done had the most clout now. How you feel about the Clippers, boss?
I don't know, man. When I look at sports, man, there's a lot of teams that just can't. You know, Miami Dolphins just can't. You know, KC for a long time till now just can't. Right. So there's always a window. You know, especially moving
forward. Yeah, I feel you.
I did DJ.
And a 7-game championship. What'd you say?
I thought
you kind of going in and out. Yeah, he did. He froze up a little bit, but it's all gravy.
Yeah.
I know where you coming with it, bro. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about it because, you know,
I think that really impresses me about the Clippers right now is their defense. So most of the time, try to play some defense and going for the total side. But I don't like backing Clippers. You got to give it, what, 6.5 right now?
Yeah.
No, it's at 6.5 right now. Like I said, you know, if you could get the 6 at -120, that's what I definitely would advise you to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that extra half point, that makes it 3 possessions rather than it being, you know what I mean, 2 possessions. So, you know what I mean? You want to look into that situation a little bit easier. But go into this game, bro, you know, Denver, they've been playing some cupcake games lately, barely covering those games, haven't really looked good at all. I don't think Denver is really the type of team that people are putting up. Now, I like Mike Malone. He's a great coach. Don't like fading good coaches. But in this spot, bro, against a team that's not even saying motivated, bro. This is the point of the season where you got to get clicking. You got to get clicking at this point. Going into March Madness is where you really get the real tight lines in the NBA. And then they you know what I mean? You get the tight lines in college football. We starting to find out what teams is really motivated and which ones aren't. You know what I'm saying? So I look into the Clippers being one of those teams that's going to be pushing, and a lot of that load management shit is probably to the past at this point. They probably gonna see it still here and there, but I don't think we're gonna see as much as we have been.
I like it. Quick question though, Teddy. out there where you at now, being a Laker fan, rolling around with that Laker hat. How does that work out there, man? You find a lot of hate, or you find a lot of
Hell yeah.
undercover Laker fans, or what?
Yeah, man, I live in the Midwest and actually in South Dakota here, so I know it's probably in the middle of nowhere to most people. Uh, the NBA is actually pretty big here. The closest team we have is the Timberwolves. So we see a lot of Lakers fans here, and I would say Timberwolves fans for the majority part. And when you see people ask me, "Hey, how long have you been a Lakers fan?" I tell them, my whole life. I'm not one of these, LeBron hopping, team loving people. I've always loved the Lakers since I was a kid. I explain them the history. I tell them, hey, I've been here for the Smush Parker days, Kwame Brown days. I'm a
That's
real
right.
Lakers fan. So
Right.
it's funny. But for the majority part, I think a lot of the people here like the Timberwolves. So I'm actually going to be going to the game when they go to this Target Center here in about a month. So I'm pretty excited to see Anthony Davis and LeBron. I've never seen LeBron play, so I'm pretty excited.
Oh, that's what's up,
Yeah.
man. I got a another quick question for y'all, or just a topic that this is kind of off topic of picking games and stuff like that, but we haven't said anything about our guy Kobe passing. Kobe, rest in peace, right here on the Who-Bangin Sports Show, because we've been off for a while. But I was just thinking the other day, there's going to be an impact of Kobe not being living anymore in the NBA, because as you guys know, who are real NBA followers and fans and stuff, that Kobe took a lot of players under his wing and developed a lot of players in the background and on the off season. I mean, there's like maybe like 10 or something that you can count off top. So without Kobe and putting these guys under his wing, and like players like Tatum especially, was one of his players that he kind of groomed up. You think that's going to really have a big impact on the NBA as a whole without Kobe on the, because Kobe is one of the, I mean, you got back in the day, you had Kareem, you got a lot of ex players that are big advocate of bringing up other players, and Kobe was one of those. And without Kobe now, I think some of these, we may lose the Mamba instinct, because he was still teaching the Mamba instinct.
Right.
What y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with him being gone, man, I think it takes a toll on the NBA because he was just getting started. Like I know we hear that a lot, but he truly was just getting started. I mean, you saw him at more NBA games. You saw him talking to people, younger players. He was going to work out with Luka Doncic this summer. I mean, he had plans of working with a lot of the young guys. So obviously we're going to see the effect, and we may never know, but for the players that think you can think off the top of the head, like Kyrie, Jason Tatum, some of these young guys that really looked up to him. I mean, Devin Booker. I mean, we're going to see the effects of it, but we'll never really know because I think he was just getting into that next stage in his part of his life where we're going to see bigger and better things. So I think it's obviously, as us, we're Lakers fans. We grew up watching Kobe like every day, every game that we could see him play on TV. It hits us harder. But I mean, I think the NBA really lost, an iconic figure. It's like my dad's in his lifetime. It was Michael Jordan. It's like that to us. He's our Michael Jordan. So I think it's going to have big effects. But I think the younger generation really has done a really great job of appreciating him and dedicating games and things for him. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think I'm a little too fresh, bro, to have a conversation on this. You feel me? Because my homie passed away the same day Kobe passed. You know what I'm saying? My aunt just passed yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm some, what I'm saying, some real shit. So 2020 ain't the same for me. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a part of me, definitely a part of me, gone with being not being here, bro. That shit is crazy as fuck. Like I remember like watching the Pacer game when he took that shit over, bro. Like it's like it reminds me of like the first time I fell in love with being a Laker, bro. Like those are the Laker moments that, you know what I mean? This is before Robert Ory shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's shit like that make me feel, a certain type of way. So I don't really think this is the perfect time for me to talk about it, but definitely I feel like he's got a, impact on this game, impact on the people that watch the game, not just the
Yeah,
people that, the
I
people that just play it, just people that watch the game, bro. We all feel that shit. So that's why and that's why the disrespect, the Kobe slander, we wasn't tolerating none of that shit. You feel me?
Right.
Motherfucker, and to be honest with you, we've been Kobe fans, so we've been dealing with that Kobe slander shit. Like, to be hunted with you, like, this is probably the reason why I should be talking about this shit, because I'm just talking some shit right now. Because all y'all motherfuckers saying y'all love Kobe now, y'all motherfuckers
Hey,
wasn't with us in the trenches, motherfucker. We've been
speak y'all truth.
we've been
Speak your
talking
truth,
that
bro.
Kobe shit for a minute, bro. So I ain't about to go all the way in there, but for real though, bro. That's how when Snoop was saying that shit, bro, I felt all that. You know what I
Right.
mean? I felt all that, bro. So I ain't gonna go all the way into it too, bro, because this world is a cold, cruel world that we live in. It's a cruel world that we live in, but it's all love when it's necessary. And at this point, it is necessary because that's the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. And
Oh
that's why I
yeah.
probably shouldn't be talking about it, bro. Because like I said, man, I'm going through too much
Hey,
shit right now.
I tell you, I've been a Laker hater as long as I could go back, and a guy like Kobe had gained my respect in the Shaq days. He gained my respect with the Mamba because I'm with the athletes, man. I play ball. I like people that have that intensity, have that drive, have that heart, like Kobe had to put games away. To to finish, strong. You know what I'm saying? So I respect all of that, man. But you know,
Right.
rest in peace to Kobe, rest in peace to Gigi and everybody else who was on that helicopter, and all of our people out here who lost their peoples. And I just wanted to mention something about Kobe for sure on the show, and that was the interesting thing that I ran across the other day, because you get a lot of people that's 1 foot in, 1 foot out on the subject, and I'm like, man,
Right.
as a part of the game, this hurt the game. This ain't just yeah, he was a husband, a father, and all that good stuff, but this hurt the game too for the people that love the
Straight
sport.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Yeah, man. It did. It hurt. And it hurt. It hurt us. You just talking about Lakers fans. So I've never had a person I've never met in my life impact me like Kobe did. It's crazy, man. It's just it's hard to explain.
Yeah, that's
But
some
yeah,
crazy
going
stuff.
going back into some positive shit, man. Y'all done fucked up the mood for me, bro. I'll tell you, I'm
Hey,
going through some
hey,
real shit, bro. I'm going through some real shit. My aunt really died yesterday, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie though, like that's the realest shit I could ever tell y'all. You feel me? Like, and that's one of my favorite people in the world. You know what I mean? I had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like what we do here, bro, and all the love that we spread to people, giving out free plays, not looking for a dime, doing this shit out of our heart. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like, I really learned from Pete and Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? And in that situation, that shit changed us, you know what I'm saying? Because we go through that same way as we felt through the Kobe shit. You know what I mean? It's a different level, of course, because Kobe was, he literally lost his life, you know what I mean? But, not having the homies there every day, that affected our lives as well. So just us going through certain things in life, trials and tribulations, just make us better people. But in this case, I'm going through some shit right now. I'm trying to turn up, bro. It's Friday. It's the lounge. What's going on? Goddamn. You feel me?
Turn,
Come on, bro.
turn it up. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it
Yeah,
going.
I'll top.
But
I'll top.
let me jump into the XFL real quick, man.
Do your shit.
This week, now we got first off, Teddy. Are you in the XFL yet or what?
I have not made one single bet in the XFL. Actually, I take that back. One under, and that was probably in week 2. So I need you to break it down for me.
Okay, so we got Coast versus East Coast game coming up this week. We got the Wildcats and the New York Guardians. That's going to be on Saturday, and then we have the Seattle Dragons and the St. Louis Battlehawks. Now, first in this LA Guardians. Now, the LA Wildcats were kind of dead, and they had a good, they beat the DC team that was undefeated. That was DC's first travel. They heard, this is a new league. Could you imagine traveling from DC to LA under a new league with whatever kind of budget? Who knows? They might have stayed at Motel 6.
Greyhound that shit, huh? They Greyhound that motherfucker, huh?
But this team definitely didn't show up against the Wildcats, and I don't want to. I don't want to hold that against DC. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the temperament of the Wild, I think they might have jailed just a little bit and made.
Okay. The line moving that way, bro. It started to open up at -7 at now at 8.5. Now my man DJ Bigboss is kind of frozen right now, so he's making a valid point. Reese got it at -7. He said in the chat, and I know AA boss. Once you get back together, I know the LA. Didn't they just fire their defensive coordinator recently as well? Did they just fire their defensive coordinator?
Yeah, they already traded a player. They already defined this is an active league. They're doing stuff. There's a couple of trades each week. If you tune in to XFL.com, you'll see this trades and all type of drama, and they're trying to make a full league. So that's what's going on. But the problem with LA Wildcats is that they have a defensive minded coach in there who doesn't have any big accolades at being a defensive coach, well, being a head coach, should I say. And then they brought over Norm Chow, who is basically retired, 74 years old, chilling. His son coaches at Maricosta down here. He was enjoying himself. They kind of bother him to bring him in, threw some money at him. Of course, he took it. And in the losing efforts,
please come outside.
Yeah, in the losing efforts for Norm Chow, he did some really bad things, But in the winning effort, they look good. But they were winning throwing the ball, which is not Norm's Chow thing, But the players got together. Like I said, the temperament of the team coming together is what everybody is on in LA. But the Guardians, on the other hand, the Guardians been kind of giving like a piss poor effort each week when they play. They just play just like right there. So here they are at home. The Wildcats is traveling over there. Now, if you tell me, and I'm probably gonna not be on this game, but in this one right here, I'm gonna take the Guardians because I'm not believing in the Wildcats. I'm not believing in Norm Chow. Norm, they have the cameras and stuff, and they got him mic'd up. He had him down there, going in for a touchdown, and he's like, run the play again, run it again, run it again. They run the ball again. The guy fumbles. They turn the ball over on the 5-yard line. So Norm Chow, I don't believe in the offensive coordinator over there. I think they got lucky on a DC team. Travel, first time traveling, no home crowd, all that kind of stuff. But it was a good win for LA to try to get the LA fans going because, it's difficult here in LA. My buddy, he went to the game a few weeks ago. He said it was the most craziest thing was now you have an LA football game that all the fans really are rooting for LA because the Chargers, when they play the Raiders at home, it's more Raider fans than Chargers. When the Rams play the 49ers at home, it's more 49er fans than Rams. And actually with the Wildcats here, you actually got a whole.
Yeah, he's not lying though. He's not lying. I'm driving around the city and shit. I'm like, this shit just started now. Like I already see fans wearing the damn gear and shit, and it looked like the gear is like worn, been washed a few times and shit. I'm like, God damn, bro. God damn. Like where the Charger love at? Damn.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah.
Quick question, man, because I did see something on. I want to know if you've got a play in this game. I think it's the Dallas game. Someone was telling me to take the over. I think Houston and Dallas.
Dallas and Houston. It's going to be called the Texas Showdown right here. Both teams out of Texas. The Houston has been really scoring a lot. Houston is one of the strongest teams in the league right now. That's Houston Roughnecks is one you got to watch. Their makeup is a perfect balance of giving enough money to the coaches. They're all together, but defense is not sound and key over there. And the Guardians, the Guardians have they want to take little nips at it. They're suspect to try to run in situations. I would lean under in this one, but we got a big discrepancy with the totals in XFL.
All right, so you said it's a big discrepancy, bro, within the top and the bottom teams.
No, the discrepancy on the line. The line setters were setting them closer to NFL lines like 46, 44. Now, if you look at these games,
all in 50s and shit.
What is this? Houston and Dallas at 50 because they expect them both to score. But teams like Seattle and St. Louis, who I would really push for under in this one, is at 30 36? No, 38. 38 right now. 38 is a low. That's a really low
nasty.
score for a
Yeah,
football
that's
game.
nasty.
Considering a touchdown is 6 points, come on. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
Noli
saying?
don't even
So
like that shit.
no,
Noli
Noli
don't
can't
even
even
like
do
that.
some of those.
Noli don't even
But
like that shit.
in that Texas and Houston's and Dallas game, I'm definitely loving Houston in that one 100%. This Dallas team, they're not the players haven't bought into the scheme of the coach. You know that's where they the wall lies between the players and the coach. They haven't really bought into the system.
Right.
Whereas this Houston teams, they're sold. They're sold.
All right, so yeah, let me my fault, boss. Not to meant to cut you off, bro. But we got a lot of love showing in the chat. They showing me love. I appreciate y'all, man. Alex Ramirez. I see my man Flipper, bro. He had a pho restaurant with his family. His wife mad that he on the phone watching our show. He typed in winners, got us. I appreciate you, my man Flipper. I appreciate that comment, all that good love. I appreciate you, bro. Alex Ramirez in here. Alex Ramirez, he's saying Dallas. He like Dallas. I think he like he putting a little bit of money on Dallas. So hey man, you know how we do it out here. It's Who-Bangin Sports Talks Lounge. My man Teddy B came through, slid through. You heard where he coming from. He coming from where y'all ain't never been. You know what I'm saying? He coming from where y'all ain't never been. Shout out to my guy though, bro. I appreciate the love, bro. Yeah, man. And we got all type of love up in the chat, bro. Leche, hola, bookmakers.
Before we leave XFL though, totally, man, let me go ahead and finish with my pick of the week, which is gonna be my DC Defenders versus the Tampa Bay team. Tampa Bay didn't score no touchdowns the first 2 weeks out. Third week, they finally scored a touchdown, ended up scoring 27 points. I think the market is overzealous on them finally moving around. This DC team, DC lower tier coaches who were kind of playing in the background that were really good at doing some things on offense, and they came together. At home, they were smashing. On the road, that first game, it was difficult. I'm really expecting DC to bounce back. I would say for those who max bet and all that stuff, it's a 2-unit play right here. DC Defenders this weekend. We get a nice low line, -2.5 against a Tampa Bay Vikings team, like I said, that didn't score a touchdown the first 2 games of the season, and then they had one game and they scored 27 points. DC Defenders can put up 30 points if they like, and they have an active defense. But I guess last week the Wildcats found some flaws in their defense and exploited them. I'm sure practice this week they'll put it together and they'll lock it down. DC Defenders -2.5. And just a little special clip before we get out of here on XFL. Last week, we got our first kickoff return. Now, everybody's talking about the way the kickoff is. It's really good, especially with the helmet protocol and all that kind of stuff. You can't really just light up the runner that's catching the ball down the field. They have to wait. They're just a few yards apart. But last week, we got our first kickoff return, and this is how it went.
Different kicker from the 30. Return team lined up at the opposite 30. Can't move to the ball. He's fielded. And here goes Keith Mumphrey. And they're going to turn it around with room on the near side. And for the first time, they get creative. And the Battlehawks have the sideline. And a kickoff return for Joe Powell to the end zone.
Yeah,
shout out to them. Now that was a nice play. Now they could do the double pass and all that stuff. None of these teams really exploited some of the new rules of the XFL yet. They really just playing solid football, solid offense, solid defense, man. So to all y'all out there that haven't indulged in the XFL, I advise you, especially if you're on social media and you're trying to do anything social media wise, it's an open market for you. You can hop right in there and get to it. It's only 8 teams to cover. I've covered 6. I kind of left 2 out, and I'm just going to take my time. I kind of messed up last week because everybody said it's the 3rd week. Take your time. Don't do too much. And my stupid self jumped in there, had a first quarter total, first half total, and a side on the game. and kind of messed myself up. But that's just the story of being Big Boss, driving these low riders out here, man. But that's the XFL in the bunch, man. So what about college basketball? I literally, and I feel like I've known you 2 years now, Teddy, or maybe even more. But I forgot that you indulge in college basketball pretty tough as well.
Teddy's a jack of all trades, bro.
What you liking in college basketball this year?
Honestly, what I'd like to do is I like to, look at some of these small schools, that most people wouldn't look at. I think the Ivy League has a lot of value, especially when there's rivalry games, and home court in the Ivy League is pretty big for dogs. What I did today, I took a couple here and there, and then I'm watching this Washington game, and it's not looking so well. I took Washington in the first half. I expected them to come out at home. They're down 4 right now. So we'll see how the game ends up going. But yeah, man, here and there, it's all about spots with college basketball, since there's so many teams. You gotta to really bet college basketball on a daily basis. You gotta be like, I use Maxwell Smart, someone like that who likes watching all these games. Keeps up with the players, because I'm amazed some of these guys how they know almost all the players for every roster. So it takes that kind of commitment to it. But I keep up with it enough to bet here and there. But where I like to hammer, or where I like to find angles, is the first halves in college basketball.
The first halves in college basketball, that's very interesting. And like I said, in the future, we're venturing to going into more like sports.
And it's funny that you say first halves. It's a good chance to go ahead and double back with Peter. He does second half. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm only cutting in, boss, because you fading out, bro. My fault.
Edge on that first half. Like, why do you bet first halves in college?
I like to look at a lot of trends and angles, and like I said, home courts on some leagues, in some conferences, are just bigger than most. Like I really like to look into like the home dogs at home who are getting plus in the first halves against a really good team. Because usually what happens is you get these teams that come out and literally they bust their load in the first half, as you would say.
Right.
They come out ready and they cover the first half, but then they might not cover that big spread or in the big game, in the long game, excuse me. So I think in the first half there's edges, and you just got to learn how to exploit them. I'm not the best by any means, but I like to find angles here and there. Like for an example, when Florida State played Duke this year. The first half, I got that was probably my biggest bet of college basketball this year. Duke was coming off that big overtime win against North Carolina at home. Florida State was rested. You knew Florida State was going to come out in that first half and give Duke all they could handle. So that's kind of where I like to pick and choose on teams, great teams versus good teams that can cover the first half.
So I was going to ask you a question here, bro. As far as the small schools, one of the best small school matchups tomorrow is going to be Iona Niagara. It looks like Niagara a home dog here, +3. This is an early game. Come on at 10 a.m. for us on the West Coast. So it's even earlier for you, bro. How you feel about this one, man? I mean, it looks like Iona might have the slight home cooking here, but Iona is the better team. I do know that they have a really skilled guard, light-skinned cat. I don't know his name. I wish I was Maxwell Smart. I know his name right off the bat. But I know it's a light-skinned cat that they had that's really skilled, bro. He's really nice. So Iona at least, but Niagara, it looked like they might be getting disrespected. They look like they covered 4 of their last 5 games as dogs. And the last 5 games, they all were dogs. So what you think about that, bro?
I haven't, like I said, man, I'd have to cap it to really be able to give you a lean. But in the first half, like I said, it's probably going to be 1.5 + 1, depending on how they've matched up in the last 5-7 meetings. It might be a spot to take the home dog in the first half. But I'd have to look to actually give you hey, this is a play I'm going to be on.
No, I was just saying it just because it's the first team I looked at right here. And
right.
I haven't been betting college. Y'all haven't seen any college plays from me. Y'all only been seeing NBA because that's what I'm trying to focus on. Really trying to make money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't follow all these damn teams if I'm just learning them all in the fucking season. So I'm going to take a step back, do it like how we do in college football. We learn the players prior to the season. That way we can know what their weaknesses are, what they rather not do. I want to know which ones don't want to go left. You know what I'm saying? Before I go ahead and jump in on these damn teams. So I didn't jump into that. I took the NBA to Storm. Looking like we working out for your boy. So let's cash, like my man DJ Big Boss said, this DC Defenders on Sunday at 4 p.m. Or I'm sorry, at 7 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time out there in the East Coast. 4 p.m. out here for us on the West Coast, -2.5. And let's head this tonight, bro. The Clippers, man. Show y'all worthy that for that number 2 seed. Put these motherfuckers on their ass. -6. Let's get that cash right here, man. My man Teddy, bro. Let them know where you been at. My man Maxwell Smart in the house. What's up with you, bro? Everybody showing love up here. Dear Scared C, DX Filler, Raven in the Desert, Reese, my guy, Teddy B. What's good, bro? Let them know where you could be found at, bro. Make sure you let them know your next time on the show too, bro. We gotta get you right back on, bro. When you can come back, bro.
Yeah, guys, go follow me at Teddy B _1 numero uno. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get more active with like Periscope and stuff like that. And whenever DJ and Wham and these guys let me be on their show, I'll be more than happy to come on. Find me there. If you have any questions, or I get messages all the time where I've been at, what my thoughts are. If I have an actual angle or a lean or a play that I would do myself, I'm gonna give it to you. But yeah, just go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and then I'll update you here and there. And if you get a note of all my Lakers retweets and stuff like that, then you might not want to follow me. But yeah, I appreciate it.
Nah, just tell them to do the tweets only. Tweets only. They'll just hit the notification button. Don't even take the notification.
Right.
Just do tweets only. You feel me? Y'all don't gotta see all my retweets if y'all don't like. I retweet a lot too. Motherfuckers done hit me up and be like, hey man, you retweet too damn much. I was like, I'm following motherfucker there. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm sorry, bro. It's my account. You feel me?
Hey, and don't forget, Teddy, man. I know you had to do all them shows by yourself, man. Feel free to call on me or Wham, man. We jump on there with you, man, and have some fun, man. And after taking a small break and coming back, man, my mission is having fun.
That's right.
Some of our favorite cappers and low baggers that have been around for a while, getting them on camera, getting them to meet some new people that show up in the chat and hang out with some of the old people, man. Like, technically, I've never had one of these before, but guess what? We got one big social media family right here, man. And I respect that, man. And I love you guys in a social media type way. But it's all good, man. And you came to mind right away because I always used to catch your Periscope on Twitter all the time. And I was like, man, Teddy B used to be smashing that NBA. I got to get Teddy B on the show. He's one of the cappers that we might have missed in the past. And we need you on here more often, man. So you got an open invitation. Who-Bangin, even something you just want to get off your chest, man, just DM me, say, hey, boss, Friday night, I'm pulling up. I got something I want to get off my chest, and you got that, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And before, I didn't mean to cut you off, Wayne, but before I got on, I heard you guys were talking Clippers bets and Lakers bets. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hedged myself out of a couple futures bets with the Lakers and took the Clippers. I'm just being realist, man. I love my money too much. I love money more than I love my teams. But I think when it's all said and done, I think the Clippers are going to give the Lakers a run for their money. I think the Clippers are, in my opinion, the most talented team in the league. So I hedge myself out.
All right. I'm glad you ended with that, Teddy, because I don't need a rebuttal. No Lake Show. Y'all already know how I feel about it. Let's get to this cash leche.
Before we get out of here, though, man, I want y'all to make sure everybody that's in here, we got quite a few people in here. Tune in tomorrow morning. We going MLB. We're breaking down the AL East. I got my man Gogi showing up. Noli's a maybe in that one. And I got my man Parlay Poppy showing up. And we're just going to go through each team thoroughly, kind of look at them before the real season starts. And it's going to be something nice. If you don't catch us live, man, I definitely will break those down team by team and put them up on the Who-Bangin Sports. So y'all be looking for that. And, man, shout out to all our cappers in the chat, man. Deer Slayer Ski, Reese, Maxwell Smart, Flipper 13, Alex Ramirez, man. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all supporting me. Shout out to all our people out on Twitch on the For the Fans Network. I didn't even tell you, Teddy. You've been broadcast in a possible 55 million right now because this show is being multi-screened on the For the Fans Network through 11 Sports, no doubt. Right now on Twitter, man, you know, they probably talking about us, but we can't even see the chat. But yeah, that's what we're doing nowadays on Who-Bangin Sports. I'm bringing all my cappers on. I don't care if you got a service. I don't care if you you know, just put players out for free or whatever. I feel that the people should meet you. The people should know more about how you come up with your edges, what type of person you are, so forth and so on. And we shining on everybody and putting the light on all of our friends right here on Who-Bangin Sports Talk, man.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Y'all already know what it is, bro. And my man, DJ Bigboss, he said he was locked up. Now we free. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. We got one more motherfucking day for Black History Month, and we out this bitch.
Hey, and Teddy B, man, I need you to hang around in the background, man. I want to holler at you real quick before we get up out of here. But we're going to go ahead and put a bow on this. It's been a nice time. Raven of the Desert, I'll give you a ring, man. You up next Friday. Come pull up with us. We got you. We're going to have some good fun, man, right here on the Who-Bangin Sports Talks Lounge live, baby. And we back. So come check us out tomorrow, too. Come back here next Friday. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification if you haven't already so you know when we coming on because Wham Talk comes on randomly, okay? It's Jules on there, 13 and 2. The proof is in the pudding. Okay, so when you see that notification say Wham Talk is on, sign up for that, bro. But we're gonna get up out of here, man. Peace.
Gang. Let's do it.